Welcome back, everybody, to a long overdue demo review. What a quick rhyme. But so Voxel Arc about a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago now, was like, hey man, can you review one of my demos? I was like, sure, of course I can. Didn't say when I was going to do it. So finally, we're getting around to it. Don't even know if he still watches the channel. So I'll have to send him a link on ESEA. But this is a ESEA league match. This is intermediate. As you can see, the people all have the same profile picture here. You can't see because my face is in the way, but you can see on the right side they all have the same profile picture. And Voxel Arc actually chose not to use the same profile picture as the rest of his team, so that's already like negative points right there for him. Something he needs to work on, but I'm pretty sure they end up winning this game. But Voxel does not do too good of a job when it comes to fragging, so he might be the best support player ever, but I just looked at the stats page. He had like 16 kills in like 30 rounds. So we're gonna jump into it. I'm gonna watch it, take some notes, and then go back and we can watch it together. So not something that Voxel did wrong here, but his teammate did. If you're going to have a teammate buy a smoke and an upgraded pistol on pistol round, probably don't want that teammate to have a CZ equipped, just because of the limited ammo, the long reloads, and the long equip time. Would much rather have like a 5.7 out there, and you don't want to do a P250 when you have USPs, and you don't want to do a Deagle when you have USPs. Deagle over P250 obviously, but with a Deagle you can't buy anything else. You're literally just wasting your money on a pistol that will do the same thing as the USP. So yeah, if you're gonna upgrade your pistol on CT side, you're gonna want to have the 5.7. If you don't have the 5.7 equipped, I would just say, hey, can somebody else do it this round? So that's all I have to say. So he's going to cheat towards underpass here. He does have a teammate watching top mid, so this is not a bad idea. He does end up getting a frag, but here's where I have a problem. So they kill one coming into ramp, so they're like, obviously it's going to be an A split, which is perfectly fine. They see bomb and connector, which is perfectly fine. He has a teammate in market rotating A. He probably should not rotate A. He should probably stay in cat. So one, he can watch connector and help his connector player out, since he has two people already on A alive. And he should, and he could also hold down B site just in case the connector guy does slip underpass. So yeah, you're probably going to want to stay cat here, and not double up with your teammates that are already alive. So now, kind of worst case scenario, the T's refrag and get 2 CTs down. It went from a 5 versus 2 to a 3 versus 2 very fast. So now they don't have any eyes on the guy connector. He could have gone underpass here. He elected not to, and they don't have any eyes on the guy ramp. So in theory, they could go B, and they don't have anybody watching V. And now Voxel is dedicated to the CT push. Bomb guy kills the other guy ramp, so now they know that it's probably going to be an A. The double stack CT here isn't that bad of an idea, unless he runs away right now. Yeah. So the double stack CT isn't a bad idea. One, because you guys can easily like trade each other out. Two, the T's probably aren't going to expect both CTs to come from the same area, especially this late in the round. It's not a good idea because one, a CT could lurk through jungle, which Voxel just checked for, and come up behind them. And two, if they throw a smoke down or have any utility left over, which they do, both of the CTs are now locked out of sight for a bit. So this is partially like bad case scenario. The smoke didn't go down like superbly, so they're kind of locked out of sight. Not really. The guys can't plant. I mean, they can on the opposite side triple. So there's 27 seconds here. The bomb is still locked in fire. They know that the bomb is there because they will be able to see it on the minimap. The guy who has to make the play is 2 HP. They probably don't know that he's 2 HP, but right now they don't have to peek anything. There's two ways to go about playing the situation. The safer route is to not peek anything, just chill, wait for them to push you, wait for them to go for the plant, then you both peek out. what it seems like they're doing is both just constantly holding everything and just hoping that you can win the gunfight. So they're going for the plant. Voxel needs to push out with his teammate. If his teammate went down right there, that would have been completely Voxel's fault. Luckily, his teammate was able to get the kill. But Voxel's jump spotting when his teammate's out triple. You don't want to be doing that. There's no point in jump spotting if your teammate's already out there. It's like jump spotting B apps if you have a teammate in B apps. Best case scenario, you see a guy. Worst case scenario, they kill your teammate and you're just sitting there jumping and they spot you as well. Like, I don't get the point of that. Luckily, his teammate does it all for him. Ooh, he decided to not buy an SMG and instead stick with the CZ. Is he their opper? If so, why does somebody else have a scout? Very interesting decision here. As soon as a teammate goes down, you look at your hand and you're like, fuck bro, I have a CZ. How am I supposed to win this fucking round? That's pretty much how it goes. So the T's are just waiting for the CTs to make a mistake right here. They're literally just holding, waiting for a peek so they can get another man advantage. They're also waiting for the CTs to split up 2-2, and they've determined that it's been an ample amount of time for the CTs to split up in 2A, 2B. So now they're pushing through jungle, which is going to be very hard for Voxel to retake. So his teammates know that they're running all over jungle right now. Voxel needs to pick up the pace a bit. He does. Good job. Hopefully he rotates through connector. The reason why I said hopefully through connector, two reasons. One, the amount of time left. It doesn't matter if he get, well, like, yeah, he could easily get a great T-spawn flank going on, but he's allowing them to get the bomb down when he also has teammates alive. He should have gone through connector just to ensure that they won't get the bomb down in time. Other reason why he should have gone through connector, if his teammates did not just win the 2 or 3 fights that they just had, then one of the teammates would have gone down and the teammate would have been left alone on site defending bomb and working against people, while Voxel, hopefully going through connector, would be there fast and could help his teammate, but instead goes through T-spawn and completely removes himself from the play. So he goes for the AUG. He's not their primary opper. Looks like there wasn't really a reason for him to go for the CZ there. I mean, yeah, he would be able to buy an AUG and full grenades next round since he saved the money, but I don't think the risk versus reward is there, considering he still has a teammate on the MP9 and a teammate on the Scout. It wasn't a need for him to have such a high-powered gun. His teammates are already going for a bonus round. He could have bought an MP9 and been fine. Threw the molly a bit fast, but there isn't too much you could do in that situation. So they're up connector. He's completely smoked. Good play right here. He knows that his teammate has the jungle entry, so all he has to do is hold bottom connector, make sure that they stay on a site so his teammate ramp can pop out. And his teammate has enough time to rotate into CT. So ramp guy gets a kill, CT guy should get this kill. Yep, easy round. Good job. So his teammate just died to a guy underpass. He's just playing passive. He's allowing them to boost into window right now. He would have no idea. His teammates on A would have no idea. That's one of the downsides of the scope to gun. Now they're able to walk up connector. I'm assuming his teammate on A is holding that. Yeah, and he's just holding chair. Good kill. You could have held that. To be completely honest, he knew that they had pistols at that point. He knew that one of them had a gun, but he could have easily just held that and really defended connector, played more aggressive there. He goes for the safer route. I probably would have just held it. That's the only reason why I'm bringing it up. I'm a bit more of an aggressive player. So now they're in jungle, out stairs, and out ramp. The guy that was holding connector is now dead, so they have no idea how many are in connector. Voxel's making a lot of steps rotating over. Luckily, his teammate on A makes a great play, gets 2. Just hold this angle. So he knows that he's there. He goes for the flash. Good play. His teammate's still behind him. Good thing he doesn't peek out. Good job, good job. So right there, there wasn't enough time, or I mean, there was barely enough time for the guy to fake it and then go for the plant. Usually in a 1v2, you don't fake the plant and go for the frags if you don't have a lot of time, because it means you'd have to get the 2k instead of just the 1k to win the round. Voxel does a good job just pre-firing into that, but as soon as he doesn't see anybody there, he should probably push out, considering his teammate is pushing out as well, and there to help trade him. Kind of blocked your teammate there. You did get the trade. Could have been a lot worse. You should have been the first man out right there. You kind of baited your teammate, subconsciously or not, whether you meant to or not, basically. You baited your teammate. You were just playing a bit more passive. You let him walk out. He did take the first fight, and instead of swinging left around triple and killing the guy, you swing into where your teammate was, which gives the other guy a lot more ability to frag both of you. He doesn't have to move his crosshair at all. He can just continue to hold the spray down. He does dink you for 48 or tag you twice for 48. I'm not sure. Could have gone a lot worse if he didn't hit your shot and if your teammate hadn't tagged him previously. Good job delaying. His teammate gets the frags. One gets 1 frag. Now the other guy has the save. They don't have the economy to run after and fight, but they do anyway, or at least number 3 does, whoever that guy is. Guy's stuck in T-spawn. 1's pushing as well. They don't get him. Could have ended a lot worse for the CTs, but hey man, they won the round. It's 5-0. So far, Voxel hasn't really been challenged. He's been getting all of his kills from retaking sites. They haven't really run out B yet, and they haven't really run up Cat yet. So we've really yet to see how good he is at holding something. Obviously, he's okay in XVX situations, 2VX situations kind of thing, where he kind of baits his teammates, but so far they haven't actually challenged him. I think this round they're going to challenge him. So he gets flashed off a Cat. Instead of mollying Cat, he mollies apps, which let me move around. Oh, I can't. Okay. I was gonna say it looked like there was a smoke down. I don't think there was a smoke down. Or no, the T's just smoked his molly. So now they could be in ladder room. They've completely given that up. And he's playing way back. So right now, he's literally out in the middle of nowhere. Let me do that again. Look, he has no cover around him at all. He's been walked back scoped this entire time. You either need to play... Alright, so you got 2 things to do here. 1, you can either play behind the arch, or 2, you play on site. Either one of those options, you have to knife out run to it, because literally you know that they're going to flash in. Best case scenario, you turn away and don't get flashed and then get shot. Worst case scenario, you get flashed and then get shot. So it's a lose-lose situation by you taking this much time to rotate over to a actual spot. This is an okay off angle. He can't really fall back too much. Like, he does have sight right next to him, and he does have the pillar, but he will most likely get traded from this angle because they're not going to peek one at a time. So teammate in connector goes down. He's completely flashed. He heard that flash coming, but he didn't turn at all. He has no idea what's going on. CTs don't really know what's going on either. Bombs out on A. Bombs down. Let's see. He knows that they're holding jungle. Good job. Supporting his teammates on A. Let's see if he baits. Oh, he's not. There we are. Okay, good push, good push. Ooh, NT. That was a very good play. I was expecting you to stay CT and bait your teammate, but instead you took the first fight, and you actually got... Well, you only got one of them, but you tanked one very low. And your teammate took the kill from you. So, good job. So you guys lose the round, but because you guys have died so many times in a round prior, you don't have a full buy. You have 2 scouts, a mag 7, and then 2 augs. But after 5 rounds in a row of winning, and I'm pretty sure that was your first death, Yeah, you're 4-1. I don't know why you don't have a lot of money. Probably because you were dropping your teammates and all that, but still. Also, 4 of you bought head armor. Unnecessary, especially when you know that they all have AKs. And especially unnecessary considering one of your teammates who bought head armor only has a flash to work with. You who bought head armor, you had full nades, so that's, I mean, it's alright. Would it rather seen there be $600 left over for the next round just in case you lose it again? This is going to be a bad situation. Oh, you kill one with the molly, you headshot the other guy. You have bomb down. Oh, your teammate flashes you in. You go for the ultra aggressive play. You tag him down to 28. Okay job. Okay job. You guys are going for a double cat play, boosting the opera up. And now you should probably get your ass back to A. With an opera on cat, he can defend B pretty well. Your guy number 1 has a mag 7. He can defend B pretty well. You better throw that nade and run. Oh. Big yikes. Hit your teammate with it. Yep, guy's dead A. They're coming out A. You gotta hippity hop over there, my guy. CT setup wasn't the best there. As soon as you put 2 people cat and 1 person in apps, if that 1 person in apps has a mag 7, that makes you the person that has to rotate over. You gotta be out of there fast, especially if A is playing contact, which they were. They weren't playing retake. They were just waiting for them to walk out. It means that your time to rotate is a lot faster. So once again, you're gonna assume that they're in jungle, waiting for your teammates to get closer. Good idea. So firebox is clear. Go for the smoke on bomb. That guy's dead. Just some rough angles to work with, and he didn't have a lot of ammo either. Don't forget that the AUG does have a scope. Don't be ashamed to use it in those kind of engagements. Once again, 4 of your teammates buy head armor. You don't this time, but they bought it and none of them had full grenades, so it's not like they didn't have anything else to buy. Also, only one of them has a kit, so it's kind of like, and one of them could have bought a kit if they didn't buy head armor. That's something you're going to want to talk to your team about and say, hey, make sure we're not buying head armor when we don't have enough money, kind of thing. And I doubt that they're doing it on purpose. It's probably just all just head armor, it doesn't really matter kind of thing, where they're not thinking. Good shot. Good shot. You've got a pretty solid hold on Cat. Besides kind of baiting your teammate 1 round, you've played pretty aggressive when you needed to play aggressive, and pretty passive when you needed to play passive. Overall, pretty good stuff. I'm excited and scared to see when this demo takes a downturn. Shouldn't have been a headshot. Alright, I'm gonna skip until you guys start sucking dick. Alright, you guys lose last 3 rounds of the half. Let's see, I don't care about pistol too much. You guys lose pistol. Let's see your first gun round. Oh, you guys won that round. Alright. CTs aren't gun round either. Here we go. Gun v gun? No. Gun v gun? No. Gun v gun? Yes. Finally. Took a while to get that gun round in. It's 10-10. You guys lost a couple rounds in there. Maybe don't force every time. So you guys got a top mid smoke. Only gonna be 2 smokes on A. Even though your teammate has a 3rd smoke. You guys are going for the stairs jungle CT open. Okay. Alright. If they flash over, this is a good strat. Exit CT. This is going to be interesting because they have 2 CTs pushed up into ramp. This can go very badly, very fast. Vera Bradley. There's one down. Oh, okay. That went a lot better than it could have. Probably one of the best case scenarios right there. It's a 4v3 now, and you've killed both people entering onto A. Let's see if this top stairs guy frags. Well, he does not. Now you're pushing into CT. You have CT control. So you had an option there to wrap through jungle, like walk it halfway. That would have been that probably would have been a good play, especially since your teammates are stuck on site, and CT is a very common angle for the CTs to clear right here. You're probably, yeah, I think walking through jungle would have been the better option. You had full CT control as well, and you gave it up, so now you have no idea if they're close or not. Teammates flash in. That's unlucky. Really good team flash right there. Very good. Guy was full blind, didn't know what hit him. So my rule of thumb when lurking A, and I do lurk A a lot, my rule of thumb is to wait until your teammates have contact. So right now your teammates are in apps, and they're deep apps, like they're not making the B guys fight at all. There's no reason for the CTs that are on A to rotate over, or to even think to rotate over right now. By crossing right there, you could have just given yourself up if they were looking at Palace. So yeah, my rule of thumb is to not peek Palace like at all until there is some sort of contact, whether it be top mid, where the connector players now draw toward top mid and you can kind of peek out, maybe get the CT guy off guard, or if they're actually executing B and you can just hop out and run. So yeah, that's why you do that. Why you wait for contact, because they're literally just holding A, and all you're doing is walking out A with a Galil. Like, if you look back on this round and say, hey, what was I literally doing? Like, disregarding what the strategy was, what did you actually do? What you did right there was walked out onto a site, no flash, with a lesser weapon than all of your other teammates, all by yourself, untradeable. So yes, they were going to do a B hit regardless. You didn't really give up anything. I mean, you gave up the potential for a flank, but honestly, you just walked out onto a site that people were holding, obviously. So I guess you're the lurk player, since you're now lurking on this round as well. So if I go underpass and lurk, and they smoke apps or they nade into apps, I'm never going to hold apps right there. I'm just slowing myself down. I know that 30 seconds into the round, they're not going to push into apps, and if they do, you know what, more power to them, they can kill me. I'm going to say that more times than not, they're not going to push in, so fuck them. I would much rather you see, there we go, pushed all the way to the end of underpass right now, so you could actually help your teammates out. The guy who's supposed to be playing connector is watching top stairs, or he's on top stairs watching down into ramp. They have nobody mid. If you would have walked underpass this whole time, you could walk up connector right now and frag the fuck out. But instead, you go to hold apps unnecessarily. And now you're going to walk up connector a bit late. Your teammates are already out. You have to kind of pick up the pace. You really can't be stopping right there. Your teammates are out. Alright, think about it. If you're on the CT side, 4 people with bomb just ran out A site. You don't know that it's exactly 4. So, a bunch of T's just ran out ramp with pistols with bomb. If you are a window player, what are you going to do? A, peek from jungle to watch the ramp cross. B, rotate through CT. C, run up top stairs and try to refrag. Or D, jump spot underpass. Any of the options the CT could do besides jump spot underpass. Alright, there's like a 1% chance that there would have actually been a CT there in window jump spotting. You gotta pick up the pace. You got one other teammate alive. He's not gonna peek you. He might No, he's well. I was gonna say he might now because I thought your teammate died, and it's a 1v4. But no, it's bombs down. Yeah, peeking cat's a good idea there. You probably would have heard the guy cat, so I wouldn't be holding cat like this intensely. You would have heard the guy cat rotating over, considering you walked underneath where he would have walked. So you need to just get out on site and bait yourself so your teammate with an AK can frag out. You're behind a wall bangable wall. You got to do something there, man. You were waiting for either one, your teammate to get a bunch of frags, or two, your teammate to die. You were the one that had to die in that situation. And your teammate was the one that had to win the round in that situation. You were trying to do roles reversed. Both of you were trying to win the round instead of one guy trying to like bait himself so the other guy could win the round. Don't peek apps. No reason to peek apps. You have 3 people fighting top mid right now, with 3 people pushing into top mid right now. You peeking apps, even though you have a teammate next to you. Best case scenario, you kill the guy and have B site, and bomb's still stuck in T-spawn because your teammates are fighting 3 guys. Worst case scenario, you get picked off, and now it's a 4v5, and you guys are still fighting for bomb control at top mid. Luckily, your teammate gets the kill for you. You can now hop out. You have to sprint into market, my guy. You knew that a ton of them were mid. Probably not going to have a fast rotator over to market that quick, so you could get market control. This is not a bad angle to hold. You can just swing whenever you hear their footsteps. I don't know what your teammates mid are doing. I know one guy's holding the cat, but he knows that they're up cat as well, so now he's going for the flank. He has to pick up the pace a bit. I'm just looking at radar right now. Okay, good frag. You could have swung out and made it easier on yourself. And round over, good job. So you're going for the A lurk, but then it's called to do an A fake. B hit. Did you just flash yourself? I'm gonna say that you did. No, you didn't. You got flashed from under balk. I'll give you credit. So they just heard you run away. They're hearing you swing your knife running away. They know that bomb's down. And now you're just in a shitty spot. Teammates probably should have got some entries going on. By the way, you swinging your knife is tilting me into oblivion. Alright? They can hear that. Enemies can hear that, especially when you hit a wall with that. That shit's heard cross map, brother. Don't swing your knife. I do FR, 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 which makes it jiggle back and forth, but just get out of the habit of swinging your knife. Bad idea. Alright, what's the plan? You're going for the underhand flash. You turn. Flash didn't pop. Underpass. He threw it too early. Look at that line. S my H, bro. Alright. You're lurk. You gotta stop being scared if you're lurk. They smoked your window off. You should be under window by now. Watching cat. Or watching connector. You have a teammate out mid. A guy could swing bottom con and kill him. And you would be in, like, there. You couldn't trade him at all. I don't know why you're still holding this angle. Like, I understand that you didn't want to walk out just in case there's a guy from cat watching you, but your teammate is literally on cat right now. There's no guy from cat watching you. I could understand if you didn't want to get opt from a guy sitting in window, but your teammate is literally on cat. There's not a guy at window. You have to get your ass out there. And you have to understand that for a guy to peek you where you're holding, your teammate would see them and hear them immediately, like 3 seconds before you would even see them. So you're not really doing anything. Your teammate's literally holding connector right now. You gotta make some sort of play. I know the call was to hold and just wait for the CTs to peek out, but you're holding from an angle that you're really not. Nobody's gonna peek into you. You have to move. This is hurting me. Finally. And then you fall back. You fall back. You know there's a second one cat. But so you kill a guy, you get the position. You don't take the position. Best case scenario now, you run back through T-spawn while your teammates are out on A with bomb. Hopefully, what you do now is you just wait and watch for the other cat guy to go through connector and you kill him. But you really should have pressed W instead of S right there, my guy. Don't go through T-spawn. He went through T-spawn. If your teammates would have died on site, you would have been absolutely useless. It was planned for you too. It's planned for connector. You have a teammate in connector. Instead, you ran all the way around the map, getting them steps in. And I just went back. Fuck! Alright, let's see. Did I get it back? Did I get it back though? Hell yeah. I don't really see too often on teams somebody like dedicated lurk. Like it's usually who's ever in the better position. But it's not a knock or anything. It's just you don't see it that often. Alright, you gotta pick up the fucking pace, my guy. Nobody's holding that. So that kill should have been a whole lot cleaner, especially at this level. You have to have a much cleaner kill right there. You can't go for the spray as you turn kind of thing. You gotta hit the DMs a bit. Probably like a half hour every day before you play a match. That was a bit ugly. You guys are faking A. Gonna be a B execute. Good shot. Alright, run. Run, run, run. There you go. Bit slow, like you could be a second in front of yourself right now. Something that you have to keep in mind, alright, is that even though you may do the correct thing eventually, keyword eventually, it may take you too long to do the right thing. Also, he just knifed a wall again. Bad idea. But so like that second that he could have like turned around immediately and gone, but instead he hesitated a bit and then he went, that second could be game changing. It's a second later that you could go help your teammates if they don't get the frag like that. You're watching top mid for no reason. Like, you just gotta hop through that door right there. Like, the guy shoots you from top mid, great, now you know that only one of them could be in market. You don't want to take that fight right there. There's no reason to. Nobody's underpass. You know that there's one market. You flashed over for your teammate. Now you're walking. No reason for you to walk. Good cross smoke. Because you know they're posted up in market. Now your teammate's following you. This is not that shabby of a play. Very good idea. Bad idea by you. Alright. You have no idea if they're in jungle or not. I'm assuming your teammate's about to smoke jungle, but if I were you, I would have taken the fight jungle. I would have started to clear out jungle and just hope that my teammate could trade me out, because I know there's still going to be one on B. Instead, you decide to hold cat very aggressively, allowing for a guy CT or jungle to peek into you right now. Like, if a guy from jungle were to swing into both of you right now, one guy's a nade out, the other guy's looking the wrong way. Not the best idea. He's planning for jungle. Smokes are not walls. You have to watch the jungle smoke. The guy could have just walked through that and killed him. Guys are playing post plant well. Good job. Teammate gets the frags. Yikes. It is hard to judge how to throw things over that wall. Ooh, the fake. I like that play. One teammate runs out B after full executing it. Then you guys go underpass. Not too shabby. Do you have a smoke left over? No, you don't. I would have liked to see you keep a smoke right there. Like, the smokes weren't super necessary. Like, oftentimes people will execute B without smokes. So you don't need the smokes to sell the fake. Smokes are much more valuable on a site. Your teammate is literally jiggling with a grenade out or a flash out. You need to be up there. You need to be the one that's jiggling. You could have kept your molly and mollied out underbalk, but instead you threw it to fake B. Once again, your teammates are getting all the frags. 3v3 situation. You guys have a combined 47 HP. You better be fucking sending your teammates $5 through Venmo right now. They're saving your ass into oblivion. I like the call right here to go back B, just to secure the win. But yeah, overall, you gotta fucking bless your teammates. You gotta hug them all because they won that game for you. Seldom times on T side you actually helped. And I'm just being honest. CT side, you did a pretty good job holding down Cat, but on T side, you didn't really do anything the entire game. If you lurked, 1, you were too slow. 2, you were too fast and just died. If you executed a site, you got tagged immediately and stayed back, and then your teammates got the frags. If your teammates didn't get the frags, you were winning the round. So, something I'd look into is playing a bit more aggressively. And just really thinking about what you're doing. Your decision making needs to be faster. You're taking too long to decide, hey, should I rotate back? Should I run back? Just play a bit more aggressive and be more confident in your play overall. So that's all I have for you guys today. If you want your demo reviewed, please leave a comment with a question and the demo linked and your skill level in the comments down below. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.